Hello, my name is John Gawara, and this is my week 4 assignment, my Pecha Kucha. Um, and my topic is the Civil War with focusing on the Battle of Gettysburg and the significance it played during the Civil War and, what it cost each side to, you know, what happened. And what happened was General Lee invaded the North this far for the second time during the war and tried to create political discord in the North. Tried to create an unease between Lincoln's cabinet and the people of the North. And what happened was on the first day, July 1st, Lee attacked Meade at the Battle of Gettysburg. And the interesting about this battle was the Union didn't really attack. General Meade played defense. He just defended all these areas throughout Gettysburg, while the Confederates attacked. On the second day, General Lee attacked um, the left flank of the Union and attacked four different areas of Gettysburg, and because of this, and because of the North not attacking, the Confederates suffered a great deal of losses. And, you know, they had all of they moved so far up in the North that they lost the Battle of Vicksburg right before they retreated back in the South. And they retreated back in the South because of the losses that they took. And then that put them on the defensive for the rest of the war because they had nobody to fight the battles. And I think that the significance of this battle was, the end result, and you could see all the death and all the things that happen in war. In Lincoln's famous Gettysburg Address, he says that this battle has changed the way all battles are going to be fought. And I think it did. I think it taught both sides a valuable lesson, and that's what ended the war, because people didn't want to see this. And, um, the North, they just were superior to the South. They had better weapons, they, they had more men, they had better training. The South was just a whole bunch of farmers and, like Minutemen. And, it showed because the North held their ground each time. They had the advantage of artillery fire, and they would just rain down cannonballs from hills, and just take out the South as they charged at them. And by the time the South reached the line of Union, there wouldn't be many men, and they'd all be wounded, and the North be fresh because the South didn't have the advantage of the artillery fire like the North did, and the high ground like the North did. And it's Gettysburg known to be one of the bloodiest battles during the Civil War because of the kind of damage artillery fire did, and the kind of medical care that they had then. It's called one of the bloodiest battles for a reason, and that's because of the amount of deaths that happened from both sides, not just one side. Both sides lost a lot of men. And I have a little meme about, if you were in the Civil War and this happened to you, what happened? You're probably dead, because all of the things, you didn't have to, during the Civil War, you didn't have to worry about, how am I going to die by cannonball, stab, or shot. You had so much disease and infection running around camps and medical tents in the field because there's so much blood and rotting corpses. And the 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 medics, they didn't really try and, like, if you got shot in the leg, they didn't try and bandage you. They cut your leg off. They tourniqueted it and they cut it off. So that's why a lot of soldiers from the Civil War are dismembered. because cannonballs take off limbs, the medics were taking off limbs, just like, and so much of the soldiers lost their lives because of infection, and it was a wake up call, I believe, for the North and South, seeing, like how much death just happened in 3 days, like all these lives lost for no reason, and the North on the third day, the South one final push in the cemetery area, and the North beat them, and then that's when they fell back. They lost the battles of They lost the Battle of Vicksburg. I'm sorry, and they just drew back into the South, and just tried to hold the North off until General Lee did surrender to the Union. There. I think if the Battle of Gettysburg didn't happen, maybe the South, a lot of things could change. Maybe the South would have gotten help from England and France, and maybe they would have won Vicksburg if they had all the men there. But I guess that's why it's a significant battle, because they did choose to invade so high into the North, where they really weren't on their home field. We had the home field advantage, so it's a big point when we lost, and I feel that the Civil War was so just crucial or the Gettysburg was so crucial to the Civil War and us winning, that the North winning, that if it didn't happen, who knows where we could be today. And that was my